I always love a free gift. And each and every month, by using Boris in Affinity, I get a free gift. I'm going to show you this. It's a great new feature that comes with Boris. Just a download that you can download via Boris Optics. I've got this image here, and it could be any image, of course. And what you need to do is go to Pixel, Filters, Plugins, Boris Effects and Optics. Now, of course, if you haven't got Optics, you won't see this. But if you have, it is a powerhouse of a plugin with zillions of colour effects. And this month, they've added even more. It's a free download you can get. So, Optics, and it will start Optics up. Boris Effects. They do all various video effects. Thousands and thousands of effects are included in this. And all you need to do is go to File and import this new look. And they send you an email and it comes up with this look, an Optics file. So where is it? Well, down here, you've got here looks. And go to this. And it's a really weird name. Lepidopter something. Optics look. That was the July one. There's been, of course, previous months. April Mood Mist. Pretty amazing. So let's just select this one. And this is just brilliant. And the reason I chose a Western picture here is because, well, it's perfect for these ye olde time pictures. And I've just clicked here. That's all I've done. Just clicked here. And at the side here, you can now see tons and tons of presets. And there's literally everything you can imagine. Just simply click any of these presets and you can run through and you can see straight away you get color effects, loads and loads. So let's just make it a bit bigger. You might see it slightly better. No, don't think I can get it much bigger than that. You can see with this, you can run through, you've got Fuji Ilfords, all the kinds of photographic, I don't even know what half of these are, Gamoil, I don't know, Kodachrome. So you can just click it, just simply click and Kill Bill, this one in Jurassic Park, just subtle colour effects, Kodak Extrachrome, can't even say that one, Moonrise Kingdom, and many, many others. But the great thing about these optics is you can notice over here in your parameters is that you've got these layers. And that's all these looks and the presets are made up of. These layers of effects. And in this case, you can see film stocks. And all they are from these. So you've got, if you just go through all these, you've got all these different effects. And you can see the result of these effects if you click it. And you can go to any of these at any point and go here, and then you can see then when you go and select these ones, say that one, you can then see you've got this preset, and also color correct or color grunge, or grunge I should say. So go to the grunge. Grunge is a great one. So grunge, as long as you've got it selected, just make certain you've got it selected, you can see it's highlighted there. And then you've got all this functionality. You've got stamps, so you've got embosses. You can just simply just drag here, and also you've got presets for this as well. So maybe you want to just quickly go for a preset instead of going through the hundreds of different settings. You can see just by changing the emboss, you get these little dots and things. But you've got coffee stains, cosmic dust, and you can click cracked, and then of course modify them further. Let's just go for a dirty vignette. So you've got a dirty vignette, which looks perfect for a Western picture, an ye olde time. Now, what you do is you can go to one of these other ones. You've got here borders. So let's just click it, and again, highlighted there. And you've got lots of different preset borders. And again, you can manipulate them over here. But borders are great. So you can select, say, this one. So you've got that effect applied. Now, just to go back all the way up to the top, film stock, just go up here. And now you've got this, which I think is a pretty brilliant looking picture for a Western image. You've obviously found this maybe in a box of old photos, and you've got all this gnarled effect all applied across the image. You still, of course, got the image of the person there What you can then do, once you've set everything via all these various layers, is you can simply click apply, and it will go over back to Affinity, because you can use it now in Affinity. Now, be aware, this is not a free package. It's not a free application, but I think it's a really decent one. It's one of those ones you can get it complete, but you can also subscribe, which I think is the ideal situation. So if you want to, you can just get, I think it's a perpetual, it's called perpetual license, or you can get a monthly. And you can see now you've got this ye olde time picture, which you can of course then manipulate in Affinity. You can also use it as a standalone application, Boris standalone, or Photoshop. I think they're the two ones, but there's a couple of others I think it's also now supported. And then you can of course go here and apply the effects here. But of course what you can do is you can go over here, you've got your layers panel. So with your layers panel here, you can right click and you can duplicate. So you can duplicate that one. I could have done that before I started. Would have been sensible to do it before I started. But you could create a duplicate. Then just go back over here, pixel, filters, and then down here with this one selected, plugins, Boris effects. Now it doesn't seem that you've got any repeats or anything else with this, which is a pity, but still looks like the fade's even not available. So optics, and again go in here and you get this again, and you get this. Obviously you've got the image again. You can go to your looks, and I've got lots of others. Of course I've created quite a few looks. You can create your own looks, but you get these free ones, which is I think great. And with this, let's just go down here again. I keep missing it. It's, where is it? Boris Optics, and I'm going to go backwards and forwards. Oh, there it is, down here. It's just down here. I can select that again, click there, and now you can see it's applied there again. And of course you can then run through all these ones and just apply maybe the Eastman effect. And then again, just go over here, film burn, just double click on that, get that highlighted, and eventually we'll, if it doesn't come up, sometimes that's very strange, don't know why that's not happening. But film stocks, you can see you can manipulate, get that one anyway. I don't know why film burn was not been applied, but you can manipulate it in countless ways with this. And again, go down to grunge, select that, and you've got all these, you've got these presets again, and again you can go paint by numbers. I'm going to select one of them. You got that. Okay, go back to the top, and it's always a key thing, go back to the top. If you don't, you're just using this one when you do various saving and things, so you always have to go back to the top one here. So make sure that is selected. That's the top level of all the effects. I don't think it makes any difference when you're using the apply. It will just go back to that anyway, I would guess. But it's always a good idea to go back to the top, click apply, and then now with this, you've got this effect applied. Well, what you can then do is go through here, you've got blend modes, and you can go through darken, lighten screen, you can run through overlay, and you can see then you can try out different combinations of, maybe go with the add effect there. And of course, this is not an end result, because in Affinity, you've also got pixel, new adjustment layer, and you can always go for, say, color balance or HSL and just tweak it, very subtle tweaks, maybe change the saturation like that, maybe boost the saturation up, and there, once you've done that, of course, you can then merge that or not and just save it if you wish, file, and then save as, or use the export and just export it as a PNG or JPEG. But you've got this lovely, very quick old-time photo using Boris Optics and this new free feature that's come with July's update, free update I should say. Hope you found this of interest. Any thoughts and questions, please let me know in the comments below. Have you been using Boris Optics? Have you checked out the free version, the trial version I should say? Be curious to know if you've been using that.